Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are also joined by the lovely Molly cat, who you may see lingering in the corner down here. It's my bad because I decided I would film a casual video today on my bed, but that is her territory, so she has to be involved now, everyone. So I hope you enjoy your daily dose of cat content. Quick explanation ode, I think, because I haven't filmed or posted anything for about 2 months, I think, possibly even a little longer, and that is due to a small series of minorly unfortunate events. If you watched my last video, which was my I bought a new car video, which by the way, I'm loving my new car, you will know that I was starting to feel a little bit unwell and fighting off the beginnings of an illness, I think. And after that, oh my gosh, it just escalated, and it was like an evolution of illnesses. And I think I had like 2 back-to-back sinus infections, a throat infection, mouth infections. My immune system just crashed on me and was trying to get me to rest, but when you are a self-employed singer, it is very hard to rest, because if you rest you lose work and you lose money and blah blah blah, all that jazz. But yeah, it was absolutely awful for a little while. But then when I did start to feel better, I had some content planned, the first of which was going to be filming a video with my lovely hairdresser Danny, putting in my nano bead hair extensions, and this is the first time I've ever had this sort of hair extensions put in, and also the first time I've had hair extensions since I was about, I want to say about 16, 17, cat hair. But it didn't happen. There was multiple reasons that that video didn't go ahead, but we are going to film at some point together, Danny and I, in the future. I will put her new studio link up here because she's absolutely amazing and she's so fun. So that video didn't happen, and then another video that I was going to film was getting my first ever tattoo, and my sister and I were gonna go together and we were gonna get matching tattoos, and I was gonna film it and it was gonna be cute. And then that tattoo appointment got cancelled and it never happened, and now I can't find somebody else to do the tattoo because that lady's not gonna do it for me anymore. So yeah, it's just been a weird sequence of events. So this is the first time I've actually had the opportunity to sit down and film. So hello YouTube, welcome to this video. And since it's been a long time since I last filmed, and also since I kind of jumped into making YouTube videos without much announcement in general, which was back in October of 23, I thought maybe I'd do a little getting to know me video and do 50 facts about me. So let's jump into this. Fact number 1, I'm 30 years old. I'm 5'5" tall. I think I meant to check before I filmed this video, but I'm pretty sure I am 5'5". I am a Capricorn through and through. If you were to look up Capricorn traits, you will basically see a dictionary definition of me. My middle name is Rose, but I always wished it was my first name because I think it's so much prettier than Emma. I'm actually Canadian. My parents are both English, but they moved to Canada before I was born, which means I have a Canadian birth certificate. I'm the oldest child in my family. My brother is 25, he lives in Canada, and my sister is 23. I've got 2 pets. Luna is my dog. She is a 2-year-old chocolate Labrador who is absolutely mad, and I love her so much. And then I have my gorgeous cat Molly, who you saw at the beginning of the video, and she is almost 13. She'll be 13 very soon, so technically she's a senior cat now. I'm a jazz singer and a singing teacher now, but I originally trained in musical theatre and did a few low-key shows when I was younger. I love the rain. I think the technical term for that is a pluviophile. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but I will put it up on the screen so you can read it. I hate silence. I don't know what it is. I'm the kind of person that will literally talk to fill the silence, but to be honest, I'm more likely to sing to fill the silence. I don't own a pair of jeans. I've never broken a bone. However, I feel like I need to touch wood for safety here, because a couple of days ago my mum was saying that she'd never broken a bone, and on her 60th birthday she broke her arm. So yeah, touch wood, don't jinx it. My favourite season is autumn. Controversial, but I love country music. My favourite flowers are gypsophilia, which is more commonly called baby's breath, and the palest of pale pink roses. I just think they're so beautiful and delicate. I am a major stress cleaner, and to be honest, it's a pretty good way to channel stress or anger. It does get the job done. My favourite colour is yellow, but I don't suit the colour yellow when I wear it, so my favourite colour to wear is white. An additional fun fact, white supposedly is meant to expand your aura when you wear it. I met my best friend of 25 years now on my very first day of school in England when I moved here from Canada. Love you, Alice. I was born with holes in my heart. It is a ventricle septal defect, a VSD, and yes, they are still there, and no, they don't affect me in any way at all. I really like sad songs, and a couple of my favourites are Joni Mitchell's A Case of You and Stevie Nicks' Landslide. So good. I've been a vegetarian for 17 years now. I find black and white movies really relaxing. I'm terrified of mannequins and storms and birds, but specifically chickens. They really freak me out. They're like strange feathery dinosaurs. It's weird. I've only got 2 sets of piercings. I've got my ears pierced twice on both sides. I did have a third piercing, which was the conch part of my ear. I think I'm saying that right, like conch shell. But I let it close up because I'm really impatient, and I also have a really low pain threshold, and I suck, and I really want to get it done again. I wish I hadn't let it close up. My friend Toya is a piercer and she's amazing. She did it the first time, but I know I didn't let it I know I didn't let it have long enough to heal, so I'm gonna get her to do it again, and I think she's gonna make me see it through this time. My favorite TV shows are Gilmore Girls, Nashville, amazing for country music lovers, by the way, everyone, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and most recently Grey's Anatomy. Oh my gosh, there is a reason I've never watched that before, and it is because it is so addictive. I'm a very light sleeper. I had my first ever kiss on stage. Theatre kid life. My favourite movies are Breakfast at Tiffany's, Practical Magic, so good, and also The Secret Life of Bees. Now, if you haven't watched that film, you absolutely have to go and find it. It's got Dakota Fanning, Alicia Keys, Queen Latifah. Oh my gosh, such a good cast. There's so many more cast members that I can't think of their names right now, but it's amazing. Such a good film. I have about 15 cousins and a growing number of second cousins. I think the tally is also about 15 second cousins as well. So yeah, quite a large family, mostly on my dad's side. I find it impossible to sleep on airplanes or in cars. I have this weird thing about being in motion while I sleep, but more so if you're on an airplane, you're literally sleeping in the air, and I find that so strange and quite scary actually. I'm not a nervous flyer, but I do find that concept really weird. I can ride a horse. An additional fun fact to go with that one, my friend Tanith and I found out when we met in college that we probably used to horse ride together when we were kids. We think we were at the same riding school around the same time, so we'd probably met multiple times before and didn't even know it. I am not a natural redhead. Shh. My favourite musical is Cabaret. I've been a bridesmaid twice before in my life. My favourite animal is a fox. I literally think they're my spirit animal. They're so sweet. I can play the ukulele. Just a little bit. Two arms around me, heaven to ground me, and a family that always calls me home. I am literally allergic to the cold. True story. It's called cold urticaria, and my body literally thinks that it is fighting something that I'm allergic to when I get too cold, and then I get hives and I have to take medication for it, and it's really embarrassing, especially if I am working on a gig outside. I adore history and learning about different time periods, and I love how music has evolved through different time periods, and also fashion. I just find it quite fascinating. My current house is the 7th house that I've lived at in my life. My first job was as an assistant at children's birthday parties, and they were called glitter box parties, and I was in charge of eyeshadow and nail polish for all the little girls, and very occasionally for little boys too who felt confident enough to try, and that always just warmed my heart so much. I love words, whether they're written or sung, any form of storytelling. I read excessively, and a few of my favorites have been the entire Invisible Library series by Genevieve Cogman, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I think I've said her name right, sorry if I haven't. My friend Alice and I are writing a children's book together called Hoku. My signature fragrance that I wear all the time is Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Femme from Gucci, obviously, and Coco Chanel is the one that I wear to gigs to feel really fancy and put together. I used to wear this perfume called, I think it was called Tuka Tuka or something like that from Lush, and it was just, oh my gosh, the best smelling thing in the world. I think the main fragrance note was violet, and it was lovely. So if anyone knows a dupe for that, let me know in the comments. I'm desperate to get hold of it again, and now they only sell it in a really expensive gift box at Lush, and I don't want to buy that. I have a really bad habit of naming inanimate objects. Like, I named my car most recently, and her name is Gigi. When I was 10 years old, my friend Alice and I, see Alice is in every story that I tell, were chosen to go on the radio together to promote a CD that had just been released to schools called the Times Tables CD, and basically it was the times tables to music, and it was so addictive and catchy. I still know all the words to all the songs on the CD today. And we got to meet Barney, who, if you're from my generation, used to be on the program Smile with Neff the Bear, and it was literally the most exciting thing for two 10-year-olds to go through. I genuinely still believe that fairies exist. I used to have ringlets when I was younger, and then I went through the typical hair straightening phase that all teenagers go through inevitably, and I ruined all my natural curl. So when I was in secondary school, I got a perm, and I absolutely loved it. I used to take dance classes, literally up to about 5 dance classes a week in ballet, tap, jazz, musical theatre, and then as an adult I started doing Irish dance too, so I like dancing. And the last fact is a bit of an obscure one, and that is that I didn't actually learn how to edit videos for the sake of YouTube, but actually it was because of lockdown, and I was forced to teach all my singing lessons online because we literally had no other choice. We were in isolation, all that jazz. Everyone knows, we all went through it. But Molly but when the lockdowns finally started to let up, we had to find ways of staging a show that was still socially distanced. So we actually came up with the idea of filming a show and putting it on at a cinema, and everybody being able to spread out a bit more in the seats, and being able to film it quite separately and edit it all together as well for everybody's safety. So I actually learned to edit videos because of COVID and lockdown. So there you go, everybody, 50 facts about me. Thank you all so much for watching. I promise to be more consistent with my content now. I've got a couple of really fun things coming up, and very soon I will be visiting a tulip field and taking some photos. So I think I might try and vlog that day as well and get some really colourful tulip content, as long as the rain stays away anyway, because we are in England after all. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all again very soon. Bye. Lord.